I ran into a channel. I can't pronounce the name of it. It's about this so-called black woman. She claimed she's 80% white and a very little. The way, if you go and look at that, she was saying things like you can't judge a book by its cover and all that type of stuff and this and that. But when you look at her, I don't know. It's like she's and I agree with her. I agree with her. I do. I agree with her. You can't judge a book by its cover. You can't do that. But you can look in the video and you can clearly see that when she made statements about most black women love white men, so-called, love the so-called white men, stuff like that. And technically, if I'm saying she's right, proud, because we can see the hatred amongst us. They hate anything that looks like them. It ain't no certain. I want to clear this part first. The video is called "I Stick with My Own Race." First off, and first and foremost, ain't no such thing as 80% black, 80% so-called white. Ain't no 80% African. You are what your father is, according to the numbers 1 and 18. So let's just that off the rip right now. Mm-mm. So it feels like, or it seems from looking at, you can clearly see this person wants to be a Caucasian. They really do. They really wants to be a Caucasian, and she's very proud of that situation. And this is how women have gotten. Let me read something in the Bible, and I'm gonna be very simple. Let's go get it. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And we're gonna see if this is y'all do the math on this. Because obviously people just don't, they spread lies. She spread lies. I think she's running from her own people. Ain't no such thing as no. You can clearly look at her and see she's black. You see what I'm saying? She's a so-called black woman. You can clearly see that. And in my honest thoughts from looking at it, she's denying her own roots. But here's my biggest issue with it is, I would like to know, I don't know, what would really make them have so much pride in dating the same people who commit more murder and more crimes on the planet than anybody. And they see people as the greatest people, and then they go to saying all white people are not. It's a sickness. I believe it's a sickness that's making our people think like that. They've been finessed by these same people, been oppressed by them. I believe it's a sickness. Now, she says she's proud of her white husband. Why would you be proud of? All right, I'm going to let the Bible say it. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee unto Egypt with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Your enemies. For a bondman and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you. No one can redeem you. Now it says you will be sold unto your enemies. The Africans sold our people to the white man. Now, when you read that verse, ye shall be sold unto your enemies. I don't care what you say. The Bible disagrees with you. It says right here, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Over here in America, the so-called white man, according to the Bible, the Caucasian race is the enemy. I'm not saying it. I'm literally reading that out of the Bible. So if then right there you disagree with God. Let's do this. Jeremiah 30:16. A lot of people say all white people are not the same. Like, why would they say that? Jeremiah 30:16. The Bible says, therefore, all. That's the first word. Therefore, all devour thee shall be devoured. And all. Some people say what the Bible says. All of them are not like that. Some of them. Well, what the Bible says in all thy adversaries. What we just read over Deuteronomy 28 verses 68. And the Lord shall bring thee unto Egypt again. God, the Bible says the Lord will bring. What is Egypt? Let's go get the definition of Egypt. According to the Bible, let's go to Exodus 20 and verse 2. Exodus chapter 20 and 2, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. What is Egypt? It means bondage, slave. Now, Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Lord shall bring thee unto Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. For bondman and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you. Bondman, you will be sold as a slave. It said you will be sold unto your enemy. It didn't say you will be sold to your friends or some of your friends. It says your enemies. You say they're your friend, but what the Bible calls them. And the Lord shall bring thee unto Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. There ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Your enemies. Bondman and bondwoman means a slave woman and a slave man. That means you'll be a slave. Anytime you got to have a certain number. You got to have a damn ID. You got to have a damn passport. You got to have those things. Matter of fact, for people, if you trash your money that you work for, your a so-called check, or you got to show ID for that. If you drive a car on the road, bus or whatever you driving. You got to go to school and get a driving's. You got to go through a driving's test. All that. Not only that, if you keep the license plate and don't turn the light on the car, don't even barely know anything about a car, and I understand that. That's slavery. Anytime you got to pay for something, that's slavery. Anytime to another nation to pay for what you want, that's slavery. Anytime you live in an apartment complex, just like we live in here, me and my mother, and you can't do they say you can't even your car can't even be parked in here unless it is registered. Even if you move it, you can have a car in here that's old and parked up and it ain't moving. You can't do it. Even though it's your car, they'll make you tow it up out of here. They'll tell you you got to do it. What is that? All of that is a restriction. Things you can't, you can't. It's a restriction. It just ain't caused for. This is a law that they got in here. So you telling me that we still slave? Get out there and drive out there on the streets and drive your car without a driver's license and see what's gonna happen. You're gonna find out real quick who your friend or enemy is. Don't come here talking about, oh, it's a law. But that girl sitting up there talking about 80%, you know she's a slave. I don't like to see our people be like that, basically. You know what I'm saying? But you can clearly see she's from her, she talking about she is this and that, and I don't believe it's cap. To me, it's cap. That's cap. When I saw that she was 80% this, now I don't know. She could be telling the truth. I'm not knocking the fact because the Bible says judge not according to the appearance, but judge St. John 7:24. Don't judge somebody based upon their appearance, but judge righteously. Yeah. Let's go to Exodus 21 and verse 16. I got all praise to the Most High. I came right there. I mean, the Lord must have wanted me to read it. Exodus 21, verse 16. The Bible said, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found, he that stealeth a man and selleth him, if you steal a man and you sell him, who sold our people to the white man? The Africans did. They sold the so-called the Africans did that. They sold our people to the Europeans. Let's go to the book of Job. Let's finish reading Jeremiah 16. I mean Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, every one. Just like if I say, every one of them, I want to see them in the house. Every one. That means everybody in there. Every one of them shall go into captivity. What is captivity? Bondage or slavery. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all, not some, all that prey on thee, I will give for a prey. That's all Esau do. Called white men, they do. They just prey on, like they did Sonya Mass. And all that spoil. Now, no catch these things. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. That means they're going to reap what they sow. And all thy adversaries, adversary means your enemy, or the devil, or the deceiver, shall go into captivity. That means slavery. If you lead another nation into slavery, sell another nation to another nation so they can be enslaved by these people, you're going to get the same thing or worse. And that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee I will give. Let's read this over. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversary, every one of them, shall go into captivity. The Bible says, every one of them, and they that spoil thee, Our people been spoiled. Our people is conditioned and brainwashed. They've been European washed. They have Mr. Thomas Sotomayor is a perfect example of that. If you go and watch Mr. Sotomayor's videos, you can clearly see that he's been spoiled by white supremacy. He has a European mindset. I was looking at a video of him today. He was saying he wished that ISIS can go in the hood and wipe out all black. You don't get on your You know what I'm saying? That's hate. That's hatred for your people. Mr. Sotomayor is a perfect example, like I said earlier. He is a perfect example of somebody that, listen to this. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, means your enemy, every one of them shall go into captivity, slavery, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all and they that spoil thee. Okay? Those are the nations. Spoil means people who are conditioned into wanting Caucasian. Like I said, there was a woman. She said she's proud of her. She gonna stick with her race. Say she's 80% white. She wants that. What she really saying? She wants to be that. And she also said that's why the majority of black women love white men, and they do. But what they need to understand, they just with them for the pleasure that they want to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Because the so-called white man always had access to them during slavery. And they still, the white man, they just got our people in this condition of thinking in that mentality. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Sotomayor, he is a perfect example of that. You know, he is. And they love for him to speak like that. Yeah. And it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 12, never trust thy enemy. Ecclesiastes 10 and verse, no, Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thy enemy. Yes. So you can't trust your enemy. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee unto Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto not your friends, but your enemy. It didn't say, notice it didn't say you'll be sold to your good friend. Because number one, I ain't gonna do that to you. A friend ain't gonna sell you to your enemy to be killed. So I guess that's what I named the video. But I'm gonna talk some more on it tomorrow. But go back and read the one in Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he gonna be surely put to death. That's what the Bible says. Talking about the enemy. The other nation is not your friend. They're your enemy. Yeah. Yep. Hold on. Let me go and I stick my own race. That's the title of the video. I'll stick with my own race. That's what the woman said in a video. So I hate I fell asleep. But I'm gonna get up out of here and I'm gonna see y'all later. That's a sign for me to get up out of here and get in, tuck it in for the night. But I'll probably watch a few more videos before I go in and stuff. But the Bible tells you should be sold to your enemy. It didn't say you will be sold to your friend or your best friend. Simple as that. They said you will be Exodus Deuteronomy 28:68 said you will be sold unto your enemies, not your friend. Because a friend ain't gonna enslave you. Mm-mm. Your friend, a real friend, is not gonna put you in a nursing home and say they love you. Mm-mm. That's not the definition of a real friend. Somebody to take and put you in a that selling you to the feds. Culture vulture. They're making money off of you. They they that's what they doing. They selling you and feed eggs. The culture vultures. Yep, that's what they doing. Culture vultures. So-called white man, white woman, and child are culture vultures because they've been sucking off of black, so-called black Hispanic people. So I'm gonna get up out of here and we'll come back another time and talk some more probably tomorrow.